And what's good, YouTube? Aunt Kira B here, and welcome back to another video. So, I wanted to. So, basically, on Saturday, like, I went to, I ended up going to Disneyland. Um, and that's basically, like, what I'm gonna be talking about because some pretty much like some shit happened, um and I'm just gonna be talking about like why I don't, like why I think amusement parks are pretty much just like pointless. They're just pointless to me. Like, that's just my opinion. But so basically, and plus this video would have came out yesterday, but I was so tired, like, because we literally ended up staying like till like 12 o'clock. Like, we were literally there the whole freaking day. So like, I was so freaking tired, and I was upset because I couldn't freaking, I didn't drive myself. I should have drove myself there, but I didn't. So I couldn't just leave when I felt like it. So basically, so let's get into it. So it all started. It all started when my family, like, they invited me to go out to Disneyland, for like a little, for Christmas and all that. And no shade to them, but like, it's just because I love them to death and stuff, but like, they can be very loud and very chaotic and all that stuff, and I'm not with them. Like, to me, like, there's a time and a place to do all that and stuff, because but I'm naturally not like that. And so, like, I don't really hang out with them a lot. So I was like, so when they told me this, I was like, man, like, I was kind of just I was just kind of at war with myself in my head, just like, damn, if I go, like, so if the pros and basically just pointing out the pros and the cons, like, if I go, like, this could happen, that could happen, like, oh, like, it could potentially be fun, like, for once, like, we could actually have real fun, spend time with each other and all that, but the cons could be like, oh, like, some shit happens, it's gonna be some bullshit. And I'm pretty, like, it basically that type of stuff, like, and I was freaking right, because some bullshit did in fact happen. But I will get into that when I get to that. But so I was just conflicted for a little bit. I think it took me like a day to think on it and all that, and I was like, you know what, it could potentially be fun. And plus, it is, that time of the year is Christmas. To be honest, I don't really care about Christmas. Like, I don't know if any of you guys feel that way, but I'll just say this. I see Christmas for what it really is, at least in today's time, because it didn't always used to be like this. But I'm gonna save that for freaking. I'll probably say that for another video, like, talking about Christmas. But yes, I was like, yeah, let's spend some time with the family. It couldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt and stuff. So it was this Saturday that we went, like, that just passed. And I'm not gonna lie, I did fuck myself over pretty much. Like, your boy freaking, I had an outfit on, like, because we all have matching shirts, and I was like, you know what, I'm going, and since I just wanted to be comfortable, but I kind of forgot, oh, we were gonna be there the whole day, so instead of wearing what the fuck? Can you talk? God. Instead of wearing rocket? Rocket shoes? Is that what you're trying to say? Rocket shoes? God damn. I'm trying to say walking shoes, because I did have some walking shoes. So I was trying to wear some instead of wearing my walking shoes, because it didn't really go that well with the fit. So instead of wearing the walking shoes, I ended up wearing my black Crocs. Yeah, I know I fucked up. Oh my god, cause my shit, like, those were not like that was like my first big mistake wearing fucking Crocs, cause literally we were gone from the morning and we were gonna be staying the whole damn day. But since they were gonna go early in the morning, like at 7 or 8. But since I had work in the morning, I didn't get there till like 10 o'clock or something like that. So, but still, from there, we was literally gonna be there the whole damn day. And so my dad had dropped me off and stuff. I had to walk, was on the phone with them because they were already on a ride or standing in line for a ride. It was the Mickey Mouse railroad ride that I've never fucking heard of, because I haven't been there. I think the last time I was at Disneyland was when I was like probably like a teenager, and it probably was for somebody's birthday. But but other than that, I haven't been since I was a kid and stuff. So I don't remember. I don't remember shit pretty much. Like, it's just I remember like the main rides like Indiana Jones, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, and like those are like the main 3. Oh, like Space Mountain as well. And the Yeti ride. I don't know the actual name of that ride, but I know it's, I just call it the Yeti ride. So those are basically like my top 5 or something like that. But so we walked, so I met up with them, and it was bullshit from the very start, because when I got, for one, I had to push through all the people. Well, not push, but like, just get by all of them to get to where they were. And I didn't like doing that, because, I was just like, damn, cutting through all these people, man. And just having to say this, repeat the same thing over and over, sound like a broken record. Like, sorry, excuse me, guys, sorry about that. Like, excuse me, guys. Like, damn, like, I don't want to be doing all that. Like, and then when I actually got there, because it turns out the ride was broke. It had broke down, and apparently it's notorious for breaking down. So they decided to stay in the line until they fixed it. But so we were just standing in the line, and then one of the workers came out and was like, "Oh, it's gonna be another 3 hours. It's gonna be another 3 hours." And after that, we was just like, okay, nah, we're not doing that. So we walk out. Me and my cousin, one of my younger cousins, like, we're just talking and stuff. And for some fucking reason, we're just standing outside of the ride, or where you go get in line for that ride. We're just standing outside, just doing nothing. Like, what? Why? And like, I asked my my grandma, why are we just? Well, my cousin asks my grandma, like, why are we just standing here? And she's like, oh, because they got on another ride, like some little kiddie ride and stuff. And I was just like, all right. And so we were just sitting there waiting for them to get off that ride. But then after they got off that ride, they went back, because apparently they fixed the ride by the time they got off that ride. So the second they said they fixed it, they went back to that ride. And it was, all right, you guys want to go? I was like, nope, you guys can go. Because I already knew I already knew it was gonna happen and stuff. Like the shit, I already knew it was gonna break right back down. And guess what? That shit broke right back down. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, they went in, I think it probably like 15 minutes later, came right back out. Because that shit broke right back down. And it was just like, I was already exhausted. My sister was very upset. Like, she was so upset, she was in tears type of upset. Like, because for one, like, it's just, I'm not gonna lie, like, my family can be a little, like, they can be a little, like, I want to say toxic and stuff, but they, like, want to, it's like, they could be toxic, but, like, they mask it as, like, jokes or something. Like, they try and come off as, like, harmless, but not knowing that that's actually affecting you and stuff. Like, it's like they don't know when to stop, or just they don't really take your feelings into consideration or something like that. So, like, for one, like, me, like, I'm very quiet. Like, around them, I'm very quiet, so, like, I don't really interact too much with them. And it's kind of like when I'm around them, I always gotta put on, like, a mask and stuff, because they're just so loud. Because I have two families, so I have my mom's side and my dad's side, because, you know, my mom and dad are separated and stuff. So, like, my dad's side of the family, they're, like, more like naturally loud and stuff, and more chaotic and all that stuff. So, but pretty much, like, after that, we just spent the next couple hours just getting on the little kiddie rides, like, you know, like, the rides where you just get in the cars and you just kind of, like, go around and you're, like, looking at the animatronics or whatever, like Snow White and the other couple of rides. And I mean, the only one I remembered was Snow White. I didn't remember the other ones we got on because I didn't know what it was from. I was like, what is this from? What is that from? I don't fucking know. And, like, what happened next? It didn't start getting better until we started getting to the better rides. I think when we went to the adventure section, I can't remember the full name, but it was Adventure something. Not California Adventure. We didn't go to the other side. We just went to the adventure part on the Disneyland side. But once we got that, I think the first actual good ride we got on was Pirates of the Caribbean. And that's when we actually started to have fun. That's when I finally started to have fun for the first time. So when we got on, you know, it was fun because now it made sense for them to be loud and chaotic, because I didn't even remember the full ride, because I was like, I just remembered there was gonna be a drop somewhere, like, and I freaking called out a false alarm, because, like, when we first go into the first tunnel, I was like, okay, this is a drop, we dropping already. And plus my, like, little cousin, he hasn't been on there before, so he was like, oh, it's a drop, it better not be a drop, because we don't want to get wet and stuff. I was in Crocs, I was like, no, fuck that, I don't want to get wet, like, because I was gonna be mad if I got wet and shit, like, my feet got wet. Like, I mean, I don't like getting wet, because especially, like, in my clothes and stuff, like, that shit pisses me off, because, like, it just feels so, you just feel so uncomfortable, so, like, slippery and I don't know, bro. But, like, my feet, though, that's what I was mainly worried about, is my feet, because I'm in Crocs, so, like, if my shit get wet, So, but luckily, so like when we got to the drop, you know, it's the skull. Once I saw the skull, like when above the tunnel, above the second tunnel that we was turning into, I was like, oh wait, no, this is the drop, because then it all started coming back to me, and I was like, oh yeah, we're finna fucking drop, and then everybody just started going crazy, and then that's when it got fun, because then it made sense. You know, we was on this damn run, and we was like clowning on one of my bigger cousins, because he was, you know, he's a big guy, so like we was all like saying like, oh, he's weighing us down and shit, and like we was just having a blast on that ride. Like, you know, once we dropped, it freaking, my little cousin, he was like, oh, why he said something about like it got in his he felt water on his ass or something like that. Or he said like it was in his, I don't know, like his underwear or some shit. But he said he felt it. I was lucky. I didn't feel shit. I only felt something in my hair, or not in my hair, but like my head, like my hood got a little wet. I'm luckily I wasn't really wet. I was mostly dry. Like I had like probably a couple of droplets on my hood, and like a little bit on my butt, but it was like on my jacket though, because I was, you know, my jacket, I was sitting on my jacket. Why am I okay? That looked kind of weird, but shoot. But lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, so that ride was a blast. We thought it was gonna be another drop. They was clowning, and then like, but it was a false alarm. So we was just like, okay. But after that, that's when the main bullshit started to happen. Cause at that time it was starting to get dark. So we were gonna go eat, and I don't know. See, this is why, like, I should have just broke off from them and went to go eat chose where I wanted to go eat by myself, and just go eat what I want to eat. Because why the fuck would they had to choose the most boring restaurant. It's the restaurant like that's next to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and stuff. It's like next door. They had to choose that restaurant because when we went in, first of all, like they were, you know, since it was like 20 of us, so they didn't give us a big enough table. Like they had like these little half tables, and they had the chairs around them like all like bunched up together. It's literally like if you sat down, you would literally have no room. Like you would literally just be shoulder to shoulder. Like probably your arms will probably be like this, like the little T-Rex arms too, and you have to eat your food like this and shit. Okay. And so they were mad about that. They started like talking to the waiters and stuff. They didn't like do anything crazy. They were just, it's understandable. They were just letting the waiter know we're not gonna fit and stuff. But like some of them were being loud about it, and like I was already like getting uncomfortable and embarrassed because, you know, like I knew we was getting judged in that, because everybody else, I could feel everybody else just like looking around, just like uncomfortable or something like that. So me and my cousin, we was just kind of quiet, like just trying to fade into the background and stuff. But then here, like this is what really got me hot and stuff. So when we took a look at the menu, bro, I've never seen a menu at a restaurant like it barely had anything on there. It probably had like four like entrees, like 4 sides, and like like 5 fountain drinks, like a couple of like it was the most boring ass menu, the most linear ass restaurant I've ever been to. And when I saw the menu, I was like, what the like I was mad. Cause I was like, bro, this is, what the fuck is this? I don't eat nothing on this bitch. It was like, even the stuff, I think it was only like two things that I ate on there, like the macaroni and I think it was just the macaroni and like some pasta. Yeah, like some pasta, but like, nah, I was not in the mood for any of that. I was hungry. I wanted what I wanted to get. Nigga, I had my own money, so I was like, man, I'm gonna go where I wanna go. But this is like the main thing is when they saw, like, cause they was like watching, cause my cousin was kind of like felt the same way. So like they freaking saw like our faces and stuff, and they immediately started like clowning us, like, oh, like y'all picky and stuff, like, and that shit pisses me off, because for one, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm gonna own that, yeah, I am picky, but what the fuck's wrong with that? Like, nigga, I was born that way. Like, my mom's picky as hell. Like, I'm probably even more picky, but to me, it's more like I'm just simple. Like, I don't like a lot of shit. Like, if I go get a burger, right? All I'm getting on that burger is most likely just meat and cheese. Like, that's, like, I don't need all the extra shit. I don't need all the extra, like, stuff, because I'm big on texture. I can't, if it's too many different textures mashed together, I can't eat that. I'm gonna spit that shit out. Man. I'm like, oh, I just spit. It's my bad. But yeah, I'm gonna spit that shit out. Like, I can't, like, I'm big on texture. Like, so yeah, I'm just simple. So when but it's also how they said it though, cause cause what I told you guys earlier, they like to joke around, but they like take jabs at you and shit. Like, I'm pretty much like, I'm pretty sure most of y'all can relate. Like, if y'all have like families that are more like, more like jokey and like just like they're more aggressive and stuff, more loud, chaotic, hyper, whatever. Like, it's how they say it as well, like how they said it. Like, I was looking, well, for one, I was trying to ignore them, pay them no mind, and just talk to my cousin and stuff, but I can literally hear them, like they're just openly talking about us and shit literally at the same table, bro. Like, I can hear you. And then secondly, like, when I didn't even say anything, like, they was just asking, like, oh, you don't want to eat none of this, like all the, like, just basically getting like I could visually see the irritation growing, like, behind the jokes and stuff, cause they, like, I could literally see it, and that shit was pissing me off and shit. Like, I was just, cause I'm like, what the fuck, like, no, nigga, like, no, I don't eat that. Like, what else do you want me to do and shit? Like, I was, to be honest, I was just opting out to not eat at all, and I was just gonna wait till we left to eat, because I was already in a mood. Like, I've been wanted to leave, but the fact I couldn't leave because they wanted to stay for, till 12, till the park closed. So couldn't do anything about that. Unless I Ubered, but I wasn't finna pay no damn like $45 to Uber, bro. Like hell no. I already spent 40 putting gas in my car. That's probably like the lowest you can go nowadays to fill up a full tank, because luckily my car doesn't need that much gas in it, so to fill up the tank. So I would say probably like 10 gallons. Yeah. But yeah, like after that, they was just like, I was just getting mad. Like I was just starting to shut down, because I was just like, oh, I don't want to, just get me out of here. Like, and they freaking was like, oh, you go down to the pizza place, get you some pizza and shit. That's all y'all eat, nigga. I was so mad. I was ready to just walk away, like just leave, but I didn't have my car. I didn't drive there, so I couldn't. If I did, best believe I would have freaking left. I would have been gone, dude. So me and my cousin ended up leaving, going, trying to go down to Pizza Planet. By the way, I used to work there. Just I'll let y'all know, because I actually had the hat. I actually used to wear the hat. I still have the hat. I have 2 hats, and I have the Pizza Planet shirt. And I would always pretend like, oh yeah, I worked there. Yeah, I used to work there. Because I used to wear that shit a lot. People would always call me the pizza guy, you know. The cool pizza guy. But, y'all don't care. Okay. So, yeah, we was going to Pizza Planet. Had to ask for directions, because I didn't even remember, like, where the hell it was. And on the way there, you know, pushing through crowds and shit, but they was doing the middle of the show, because, you know, it's kind of, you have to pass Main Street, or you have to cross Main Street to get over to the Star Wars section, or where all the Space Mountain and the other Star Wars rides are. On that street, they were doing like little parade, and we could not cross until they let us and shit. So that was like pissing us off as well. And then all the people and shit, like, just, we couldn't even walk like 2 steps without having to stop and let somebody, you know, like, having to juke people and shit, because it was just people walking at us, people coming from the sides, like, nigga, like, it was, because we was already pissed, so, like, that just added on to it and stuff. But, yeah, so we eventually made it, had some peace, had a deep-ass conversation. Like, he literally felt the same way, like, he basically was... I observed him, because he's usually like very jokey, like, with them too, but when I really started to observe him and stuff, I was like, yo, because I could see in his face, like, he kind of does it as a reflex, or like, because they would clown on him the most, right? And he would kind of clap back, but when I would look at him, like, when I observed him, I could see, like, the discomfort and stuff in his face and stuff. So I'm like, oh, he's not, like, he's doing that as, like, a reflex and stuff. Like, he's not really, like, you know, he's not really feeling it. Like, I could see the irritation building, right? And I told him that, and I'm like, he looked so shocked, because he didn't think nobody noticed, or like nobody understood him and stuff. And I was like it's because we basically the same, like, we're both like introverts and stuff, like, we kind of, you know, we're like more observant, like, we've noticed, we can see shit like that. But yeah, it was a good conversation that we was having. But after that, bro, like, and I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I was so freaking tired. Like, I was so upset and so tired. Like, remember when I said I wore Crocs, man? Like, that shit that shit really fucked me up because, but it's not just that, but that just added on to it. But it was just the fact that we was just walking for a whole fucking day without really any like type of breaks and stuff, standing in long ass lines and shit. And like I was literally like limping. Like, so I started off like not really, like it was kind of showing a little bit, but as you know, the day and night went on, it started to get a lot more noticeable. Like, I started to limp, you know, it started to get a lot more prominent and shit, to the point where I couldn't hide it anymore. So I was over here fucking walking like a damn I was over here walking like a freaking zombie, bro. Like they, like, people, I bet you people was probably looking at me like, what the hell wrong with him? Like, I didn't even care, man. I was just walking. I was just like, man, fuck this shit. Fuck. I don't give a fuck. I just want to go home. And like, now I'm gonna get into why I think amusement parks are freaking pointless, because damn, this video is long as hell. Basically, it's pretty much just, like, all you do most of the time is stand in lines. It's like a line simulator type shit, you know? Like, you just stand in line for like 3 hours, 4 hours, like, bro, to get on a ride that's not even like a minute long, or probably like just a minute and a couple of seconds, like, and then you right back in another fucking line. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. Like, I don't look at amusement parks like as entertainment. Like, I stopped caring about that shit since I was a teenager, to be honest. Like, cause it's not fun to me. Like, all I see amusement parks as is a place to take your girl on a romantic date. That's all I see it as. Like, I don't see it as a place to actually like go. Maybe you could go, like, if you and the boys wanted to go just to have some fun, but I don't see it as something you can go have fun, like go to by yourself and like have fun and shit. Like it's just not worth it at all. And then how expensive is like, it's just crazy. So yeah, but that's pretty much like the deal, bro. Like, why I think it's just a waste of time. Like, I mean, I still, like, it was still pretty fun. Like, we had some moments, but for the most part, it wasn't really that worth. Now, I'm not gonna say, like, you know, I still enjoy like getting to see my family and stuff, spend some family time with them, but it's just, you know, like, it just got overwhelming and chaotic and all that. And like we shoot, by the end of the night, man, I was out of it, right? Like, I'm not even gonna lie, my freaking calves, they're still sore. My legs are still sore today. It's freaking Monday. It's Monday and my shit's still sore. Like, that's how bad it was. So, but yeah, I'm probably gonna end it there because this video's gotten long enough. Those of you that made it to the end, I appreciate you. Like, shout out to y'all, because, like, I don't know, like, you know, like, those, because it's just, I don't know, like, you want to, you know, sit and listen to me just talk. I know I probably didn't have that much energy in this video, mainly because I'm still recovering, and plus I came from work, like I had to go to work early in the morning and shit, so, and that shit can be very draining. I'm happy that this is the last week that Christmas is this week, because that means peak season is gonna end now, and I finally get my fucking weekends back, because it's been fucking torture. So, but, and that's also why I didn't drop the video. I didn't drop this video yesterday because I was just recovering from, Disneyland and like all that stuff, just trying to replenish some energy and shit. So, but anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy. Leave a comment if basically if you experience the same thing, or if you feel the same way like about amusement parks I do. If you have any experience, you can share them in the comments as well. Like, I would love to hear it. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. And until next time, guys.